Alright, before I stop today, I want to do at least 300 ones. At least 300. That's what I want to get to today. 300 ones. And we'll see what's up. Alright, then I have the chat here. So I was having like this discussion in a trading Discord that I'm in about why like the SS model was failing for so many people in the Discord. And it was a really oh shit. It was pretty enlightening, like that discussion, because I got to see inside the minds of other people, and there was one screenshot here, or a couple of them. Or if we scroll up, this guy Swaz, he came up with some really, really great graphs. And with these graphs, right, these graphs like essentially outline everything that I've been seeing the past couple months as well. So it comes to, so now we have to try and understand, right? Why is Swas failing? Why was he not able to make the SS model his own? And it's because although the ideas were correct, the ideas like the like in theory the ideas are correct. Like this is how Price delivers. What's not correct are his ideas for entries, if I'm being honest. And this is exactly like this was perfect, literally perfect for validating what I've been trying to say. And it's literally just the fact that you shouldn't be looking to take entries off of SS's, you shouldn't be looking to take entries off of origins, and you shouldn't be looking to take entries off of SNDRs. You have to use these purely for bias, just bias alone, and then you're going to be able to succeed. Hold up, is this shit working correctly? Yeah. So yeah, he basically just verified that for me because he was backtesting it for a minute too, and he came to the same conclusion. Well, he didn't come to the same conclusion as me, but he came to the same results as me. I came to a different conclusion based off of those results. So for example, right, we have an SS here and an SS here, and we're in a downtrend. This is a deciding area right here for us whether or not we want to continue bullish or not. So what we have to do is that we have to wait and see how the order flow facilitates itself. An entry coming along down here is just way too aggressive. It's way, way, way too aggressive. Look, this could be a one now. It was validated by the order flow. And it was. Now then, now that this one was validated by the two, we understand it now. But it comes now, we have to figure out how is it that we exactly want to enter here. And it's really simple. From the 5 minute, it's an IFVG. IFVG entry from the 5 minute to take us all the way back up to the 2. Just refresh this page. Alright, now this area underneath here is currently being validated by order flow. And the issue is that every single time we tap into it, it just gets weaker and weaker to the now. So if we're really bearish, we're gonna be attracted to this level. Let me just make sure everything's working. There's also SS levels above. I see two, like clearly there might be three, but I see two. And what we have to understand as well is that this SNDR, since it's failing to put in a new low, also becomes an MM. So we could be looking for this top with this SS level above. Yeah. So now that we took this SNDR, we can assume that we're going to flip bullish. And if we go back onto the 4 hour, I had this 4 hour wick marked out. And you notice that this is just the like this whole fractal. This fractal is a lower time frame SNDR. So we wicked below it right here, and now we're looking to attack this area above again. I did a one. I'm gonna mark it in the chat how many ones I do. I'm gonna try to do 300 today. I wish I could do more, but I tend to burn out, so I'm not gonna try to force myself to do more than I can. So look, we're channeling down. With this channel, we could get like a really big push down into one of these lows before the real move back up. Or from here, it could tap into something like just barely underneath, move back up, and we start accumulating and creating a range. So we got the push up we were looking for. Now, just because like my ideas of my narrative could end up being correct, doesn't mean that I'm looking to get involved in every single one of those ideas. You know, this is my ideal entry right here. But here there's no entry confirmation per se. So this is when we begin to accumulate. And now this is when I start looking for a for an entry. For this to become validated as a one. And it happened. So that's two that I marked out. start to hurt a little bit. All right, so now that we're attacking, I'd be looking for because we already took both of those. Yeah, the high is next. The high is next. Oh, this is what Key Poems is talking about. The market maker model. What the fuck? Where you have the accumulation and the inching down for us to target the highs to the left. What the fuck? That's crazy. It's the market maker model right there. It's weird. But really, what I noticed is that with the market maker model, in his video, there was just an MM to target right there. And I love these MMs the most. All of this resting liquidity that's within the MM, bro, high probability target. So this high is what I'm looking for. Yeah, we end up getting it. Now, most likely, we want to distribute higher. And I do so much better in like bullish markets, but I think that's a like now I think I'm learning like how to function in bearish markets too. Yeah, we sweep that bitch. It's definitely gonna be some type of move back down now. There's not much I could really do here. You know, it's a first imbalance tap, so it could go up from here. Alright, let's see. Like this is a very low probability short. I'm not gonna lie. Like you could take this one if you really wanted to, especially with the context of this sweep here. But the issue with that is that like we're in a deciding area right now in a bullish trend. So why would I be looking for shorts? I should be looking for the next long opportunity to go up. But we'll see what happens. if this sweep is really validated by order flow, it'll take out this SNDR and we'll head back to the move origin. The SNDR being this. Alright, yep. Let's see if we can get shorts now. Bro, we definitely swept a bunch of shit though. And look, if you notice, like, this is the SNDR. And if we wick below here, which we did, and we start pushing up, that's also a possibility for us to go long. So this in itself could be a one. Did it deliver? Nah. So that was failed. It's like a 5 second. But the one on the bearish side is delivering. But we'll see what happens. Ah, you understand it now. It's too early until it takes the low to say that it fails. Uh, Look, we swept it. And now we go back down. So yeah, there was a long and there was a short in this bitch. How did we know there was a long? This was the area that liquidated it. So yeah, area that took out this one. You could look for like a entry here. May I was looking for like the 50% here, but we never got it. That's fine. Uh, this area did take out the origin, so it's valid. It just means we're super bearish if we're not coming up into this one. Sort of reinforces the bias, but I still have to work my way around that one. So with that being said, there was two trades in that. The key is understanding where to get involved because again, you could have got faked out over here when the real long was here in a similar way where you could have got faked out over here when the real long was actually here. So it really depends, right? And it really I don't know how to understand it like that yet. All I know is that when we're distributing really quickly, It's more sensitive to these lower time frame touches, but when we're not distributing quickly and we're looking to inch our way up, like here with this consolidation and then going up again, it doesn't happen. That's all I know about it so far. Um, but this is why I like to align myself with POIs, because if you would have taken it here, then it would have worked out. But in this case, like, it's very clear that the order flow was bearish, right? We got a high probability sweep. Now we're looking to go in this opposite direction. You taking a trade off of this area here, right? When the order flow hasn't really validated it yet, it's low probability. The long here is the low probability long. Similar to how, although we got the V-shaped recovery here, this is still a low probability long here, in my opinion. Now you could take it because of that V-shaped recovery narrative. There's different ways to validate order flow based off of your experience. So if you see a V-shaped recovery going in the opposite direction, coming out of a deciding area, then yeah, you could say that the order flow has changed because you've seen it happen like that before. But in this instance, we swept the MM, we swept the opposing SNDR for the higher time frame. We liquidated it, and we didn't get any sort of confirmations to go bullish, because this isn't, you could consider this maybe like a lower time frame V-shaped recovery, but not really, because V-shaped recoveries are more instant. They're like this instant drop down. They're not like this where you have stops behind here and then they get stopped out again. V-shaped recoveries are essentially just when the people who put their stops and they get in early, they end up winning. They win sometimes. But here, if you would have tried that with a V-shaped recovery here, you would have got stopped instantly. So this isn't the same narrative as over here. And on top of that, on top of that, so now we have to look for different ways to confirm ourselves. And the best way to confirm that or ourselves would be the liquidation of an opposing SNDR. And we just didn't get that liquidation, which would be this SNDR through transfer of power, since it liquidated this one, this wick. So yeah, all in all, order flow never confirmed us to go bullish. The bullish one is the low probability one. If we wanted to take the bearish one, then you could have taken it. But here, it's just too risky for me to endure a trade. I don't really like it because we're in this deciding area. And unless I'm placing my bets on this area being the deciding factor, that to me, that's a 50-50 chance. It's a 50-50 chance. Why is it a 50-50 chance? Because you're flipping on a coin on whether or not this area is going to hold, or whether or not this area, the sweep of this area is going to hold. You're flipping a coin. So I'd rather wait until we get below and I know for a fact that we're heading bearish. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, now we're headed to these SS levels. This one and this one. Could also get the feel of this imbalance. There we go. So we got to tap into this imbalance, and we dipped. Pretty nice. Wow. That's literally, I gotta be tweaking, bro. There's no way. Hold up, let me see. One, two, one, two, three, four. That makes this the one low. And this, no, no. This one, that makes this the one low. And this the one high. So if you look at what happened, we gotta bounce directly off of the ones low. Some crazy ass shit. I was looking for this SS level, but I had ignored this. But this is easy longs from here if you see this. Easy longs. And matter of fact, I would be looking at this for longs in a real life scenario. Why am I looking at this for longs? Because we just, what does AFOP talk about? AFOP talks about how we open doors through various different confirmations. An MM sweep is opening a door, bro. It's opening a door. MM sweeps open doors. It's how you know. It's what validates your order flow, your confirmations. So when we swept this MM, bro, I'm looking at this one slow. And this did seem a little bit too crazy. Like, there's always like a small intuitive feeling inside of me. But whenever my intuitive feeling, my strong intuitive feeling, lines up with my analysis, bro, it's always cake. That's why I said like we could get a tap into this imbalance or like the fill of the imbalance before going up. It's my intuition instead of the SS. But when you start pairing it up with technicals and you start seeing the red line between your technicals and your intuition, bro, that shit is beautiful. I took a picture of that shit. So how many do I have? That's like one, two, three, four. I only have that many, bro. So easily bullish, bro. Oh, is this? Never mind. I have to see what happens in Asia. I want water. Let me listen to some music.
know. Yeah. Yeah. Walk up in this bitch, get up on my way, bitch. I got a Drake and a baby K. Same place, you decide to play, you was gon' lay. Same fit I got on from yesterday. Same watch I got on from yesterday. Okay. I ain't mean to come at you like that, baby girl. I was tripping, or maybe I was fucking sipping. You know how I get on that, you ain't even have to get the trip. I had a lot of bitches before you, I was pimping. For sure. I'm real by the way I walk, I'm real by the way I talk. Tunnel vision, bitch, I fly with my fucking birds, young with the hawks. I got my cutter, it's with me, like a motherfucking chainsaw. They's my brothers, if they with me, you against me, that show lost, huh? These niggas wanna be me, but they not boss enough. Turn that boy to some Swiss cheese, I don't have to sauce him up. I was coolin' in the fucking Maybach, sippin' drink, having flashbacks. How I would be if Brenda was with me, know the shit, really love that. I love you, yeah. Look at my wrist, could've swore this bitch was drenched. Talking to God, Lord knows I need to repent. Told all my brothers that we living in sin. Don't give a fuck, we'll take you down on Christmas just like the Grinch. My eyes are so low, high as the Zod, looking like I'm Lil Jamie Lynn. She wet like a bug, can't just shit on you, nigga, if you my kin. That's not how it go, money on these pussy niggas, bitch, I go for the win. I'm gone in the wind. Ooh, retarded again. Bitch, I'm back on sands, I'm back on track. Just don't get me started again. Ball. Let's go. Walk up in this bitch, get up on my way, bitch. I got a Drake and a baby K. Same place, you decide to play, you was gon' lay. Same fit I got on from yesterday. Same watch I got on from yesterday. Okay. I ain't mean to come at you like that, baby girl, I was tripping. Or maybe I was fucking sipping. You know how I get on that, you ain't even have to get the trip. I had a lot of bitches before you, I was pimping. For sure.
That's indeed.
What do you desire?
Oh shit, that was mitigated. What's happening? And I miss you. I look at my neck every day and I got your name tatted. If I let the window down, Draco let him have it. I wear my money through a money fan. I'm not worried about you, need a fan. My dog's after the can. The book called me yesterday, he doing good. He said they play turn him to a wood. Turn him down, he coming home. Okay, now let me get back in my zone. I'm eating good and my money long. I got your bitch, you stupid don't. I got the niggas if they're right or wrong. I'm wearing high rise writing songs. Hella carrots on my wrist to bite. Hella carrots on my neck to bite. I hate people who just follow hype. Shout out City, just set the walk. You know how to lean, just drop. So if you notice, this SNDR was validated by order flow. And we also got failure to close above, which should mean that this area should be getting cooked. Now, unless this area gets validated, I'm not looking for nothing. And I'm also not looking for anything as soon as we tap into here. What I want is I want this to show me direction. So if we tap into here, I'm not looking for the rejection out of the area. I'm looking for the next sequence to take me back down. Check out receipts. I'm stuck in the drugs way too deep. say one of these is gonna be a one. Damn. So we got the rejection I was looking for, but and we got a sequence to play out, but it failed. That's interesting. I mean, it makes sense because nah, not really. You keep wicking. I was just wrong. How did this not get like a million tracks? Like a million views on each track, bro. Especially this song. Like, listen to this. That shit's too crazy. Damn, bro. So let me take a screenshot of this. Whoops. Bro, this fucking pillow. achieved, blessings I received. How long have I been streaming for? Alright, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a break. Take me out. Turns that back button 10 times. This is funny. Taking a quick break. actually look at the higher time frame. time is it? Let me get back to back testing. I was looking at these charts. All right, back. All right, let me go back to my shit. Take my slides off. Let me go to London here. So I would consider this an unorthodox facilitation of price. I just want to listen to the instrumental. Uh,
We all die one day. Let's make it last, make it come. I'm Lorena, baby. Not to be fucked with. Live a life bad, bitch. Let's get it. I deserve my flowers today, not when I'm in my grave. figure out how you spit in my face. Hey, hey. Like how the fuck you do that without feeling ashamed.
I need a pint of codeine. No waste of space. I thought you do that without feeling ashamed. hmm Yeah, I thought that was a one. I want to listen to this.
All right,
This nigga.
welcome back to another video. This one is gonna be short, I promise. But in this video, I'm gonna be telling you how to secure profits, so how to take profits, um, and how to keep them. So how to not round trip your gains. Okay, I'm going to be sharing some mistakes I made, and some mindset hacks that I started applying once I saw myself like round tripping gains. Now, this is obviously assuming you already know how to trade, you know how to find good coins, you know how to get good entries. Now, you're in a coin, you're up 2x, 3x, whatever. You want to know how to take profit. What do
Nigga
you
take
do with the
profit.
soul that you made? How do you move forward? How do you make sure that you actually don't go ahead and lose that on your next play? So, I'm going to be explaining my thoughts, my opinions. Obviously, this is my own method. So, if you have your own, go ahead and comment them down below. So, I can see I can get inspiration. But once again, this video is not going to be edited. It's going to be very short. It's not going to be 30 minutes long, I promise you. It's probably going to be like 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes max. So if you can't sit through this, then you're cooked. Before we even get started, just go ahead and shoot me a follow over there on Twitter. Look down in the description and join my telly. There's like 130 people in there right now. We're literally cooking so hard. What did I call? I called like 11x on, I think it was like Fart Coin Strategic Reserve. I think that's what the coin was called. And I fed them this coin called Routine, Morning Routine. I sent it to them this morning, 600K. And right now, I'm recording this video. It's currently sitting at 3.5 mil. So that's a nice 5x. We're cooking in there. I'm dropping a lot of sauce, making everyone money. So go ahead and check that out. Anyway, number one, in trades, you want to try to de-risk as fast as possible. So de-risking literally means, it's a fancy way of saying selling your initials, either like just selling your initials or like selling your initials and some profits. When I say sell my initial, I mean like if I put one soul or like $100 into a coin and I'm up like 2x, as fast as possible, I want to remove my initial $100 and ideally some profit. So maybe I want to remove like $100 and like $10 profit. So if the coin goes to zero, my money, the money that I already put in the coin, is already out and I'm in profit. So I basically cannot lose any money at all on this play. So de-risking is gonna help you hold the coins longer, even though right now the market's trash. So like I wouldn't be telling you to like hold coins overnight. Like definitely don't be like holding coins overnight in this market. But like there's still some coins that you can hold pretty comfortably for like at least a couple of hours, at least like 5, 6 hours. But you want to de-risk as fast as possible. Now the problem with like de-risking is, let's say you buy a coin at 100K, just two traders. One trader buys the coin at 100K. The other trader also buys the coin at 100K. But let's just say the coin goes to a million, right? Two, the trader who de-risks, he might sell out like a 2x. So he might sell 50% at 200K. So that means he sells 50% of his positions. So if the coin ends up going to 1 mil, then guess what? He's not going to be up 10x. He's going to be up like 5x, because why? He sold half of his position. But the trader who didn't sell half his position, who didn't de-risk, if he manages to hold all the way to 1 mil, yeah, he'll be up 10x. So he'll have two times the amount of money that trader A had. The problem is how much people will actually hold for that 10x if they're not de-risked. If they're not de-risked, how much people? Not much, right? Why? Because when you're not de-risked, when your money is actively at risk in a play,
Uh,
you're more likely to think emotionally. Like you'll see a little dip and you'll get scared and you want to do what we call Jeep, or you want to panic sell. So I like to, and I was taught to take initials at 50% or 100%. How do you take initials? Well, most trading platforms, they have a literal button. Like Axiom literally has a button that says, by the way, my link is down below for Axiom access link, 10% off fees, whatever, quick shill out the way. But most trading platforms have a literal button that says sell initials. So you can literally click on that and sell initials. But a rule of thumb, if you're 50% up, you want to sell 66% of your position to take out your initials. If you're 100% up, so if you're out of 2x, you obviously sell 50%. What I like to do is I like to use something called limit orders. So limit orders is where you basically tell the platform to sell X amount of your position at X market cap. So let's say I buy a coin at, let's for example, routine this morning. I bought routine on like 650K. I took my initials at 1.4 mil. What did I do? I set a limit order for 1.4 mil to sell 50% of my back. Meaning, if I bought at 650 k, that means my 2x is gonna be let me do a quick math real quick. 650. My 2x is gonna be at 1.3 mil. So I sold at 1.4 mil. So basically, that means I was up 2.15x when I took my initials. So when I sold 50%, I took out my initials and I took out a little bit of profit. So if the coin went to zero, it doesn't matter because I'm in profit. So I was more likely to hold the coin, which I did because why? I was de-risked. So that's another thing you can do with these platforms. You can like set up a way for any trade you go into, it'll automatically sell for you your initials 50% at 2x or 66% at 50% gain, whatever the case may be. I don't like to do that. I like to just manually set it up myself, whether I'm like manually watching the chart or I set a limit order, like a limit order. But you get the idea of de-risking and why it's so important because that's the goal. The goal is to de-risk and then basically play with the free money. Because once you de-risk, then the money that's left in the coin is basically free because your money's not in there anymore. So you can hold it, you can sell it, you can do whatever you want to do with it. All right. Two, sell into volume. Guys, you can't try to predict the top of a coin. It doesn't work that way. You can't try to predict the top. All right. You'll never know. You'll never know. You gotta sell into volume, meaning when the coin's pumping, that's when you sell. A lot of people buy a coin when it's pumping and they sell when it slows down. That's not how it works. You buy a coin when it's on a dip, when it's going down, and you're supposed to sell when it's going up. How do you do that? You sell respectfully, aka you respect the chart, meaning if you have like freaking a large bag in the coin, like you're a top holder, you have a lot of supply. Don't one clip, like don't click out of the coin 100% and sell. Like it's gonna destroy the chart. You gotta sell respectively. What I'll do is okay, I'll sell my initials, and then the coin pumps, pumps, pumps. I'll sell 20%. Depending how big my position is, I'll sell even 10 or 20. If my position is like a couple $100, I'm not gonna sell 10%. I'll sell like 20 because 10% is like not really that much. If your position's only like a couple $100, I'll sell 20% at a time. So I sell 20%, maybe like three times, and then I wait for it to pump some more. Then I sell 20% again. Like that's what I do. I sell 10 to 20% clips over time until I've extracted as much money as I wanted out of the coin, and then I leave the rest in the coin as a moon bag, or I just clip it out later. That's how you respect the chart, bro. Like you see these streamers will like buy like freaking 10 soul of a coin at like 5K, and by the time the coin bombs, they're up like freaking 50 soul. And then they just freaking dump. Like that's not how you respect the chart. And another thing is there's something called price impact. So if you have a lot of supply of the coin and you decide to sell everything, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna get price impacted and you're actually gonna lose money. You're actually literally gonna lose money by one clipping. So you might as well just sell respectively and sell like small percentages of your supply until you're happy with the profits. Another thing, I used to struggle with this and I still do. Like, never, I never. reinvest profit anymore. I don't know what it is with me, but like if I am in a trade and I make profit and then I decide to get back into the coin, 95% of the time, I'm gonna end up in a loss. Like even if I'm up like freaking 10 soul, or up like a couple thousand, this literally happened to me. I was literally up a couple $1,000 on a coin. It was freaking, the coin was called Molly. It was a crab. I was up. I got in at like 7 mil, 7 yeah, 7 mil. I sold at 18 mil, right? I got in at 7 mil with like 1,000 or like 1,500, and then I sold at 18 mil. So I was like almost 3x. So I was up like 3K, right? Then what did my stupid self did? Guess what I did? Once the coin dipped back down to like 10 mil, I started sizing back in. So I started slapping back in all my profits because why? My friend was like, oh my gosh, he's hearing good things about this coin. This coin is going to go to 50 mil. Pretty much he's a sender, right? So I was like, all right, cool. So I started slapping back in my profits. I bought a little bit. I bought like 1K. Then I started dipping again and I bought another 500. Then I kept buying 500, 500, 500. And next thing you know, the dip kept on dipping, bro. The dip just kept on dipping, and it was an
He was
endless dip.
averaging
And then I went
down,
up
bro.
from being like up like freaking 3, 4 thousand to being down like 500. I went up from being like almost 5K to being down almost 1,000. It's not that much, but the point is, I literally lost all the profit because I got greedy and I was like, oh shoot, what if I just size back into the play and I get another 2x that doubles my money again? Like, no, guys. I personally know someone too. Like, I'm not gonna say his name, but he made a lot of money. Like he made a lot. I'm talking millions of dollars on the Trump meme coin. Like a lot of money. And then he he got in before 1 billion and he sold at like 70 B, so like $70. And then he got back in after Melania when Melania jumped. Well, when Melania dropped, Trump coin dumped by like 50% instantly. So he sized like basically all his profits back in, hoping that the Trump coin would like just do a clean 2x because it dumped from like 70 bill to like 30. So he was like, oh shoot, if I just size back in, then it's gonna just do a 2x clean. But it didn't. He ended up losing like 50% of his gains. He still made mills, but he lost 50%. He lost millions. Like, guys, never reinvest profit. Like maybe you'll be able to get away with it, but like guys, just have it in your mind that once you sell a coin, just move on. Like there's always another play. There's always another coin. Like please, just move on. If you put like 0.1 soul into a coin and then now you're up like 5 soul, bro, just sell the coin and just move on. Like don't try to put it back in. I'm like, oh well, I could put in 3 soul and I can get it like a 3x and then I'll be up 10 soul. Like no, please don't do that. Never keep trading. Never keep profits on a main trading wallet, guys. Have a set amount of soul that you're gonna keep on your trading wallet, whether it's 5 soul or 10 soul. Like if you're good at running up 1 soul to 10 soul, then literally leave 1 soul in your trading wallet. Like if I can every single day turn 1 soul into 10, then I'm gonna do it every day. Quite literally. Like I'm gonna turn 1 soul into 10. I'm gonna stable the profits. I'll send it to a different wallet, and then I'll leave 1 soul in the trading wallet so tomorrow I can do it again. Like the only reason why I'm not doing that right now is because I'm doing a challenge wallet. I'm doing a 0. No, I'm doing a, I can't remember. It's either 0.5 soul or 1 soul challenge. I'm doing one of those challenges where I run up a wallet from like that low amount of soul. So I'm obviously going to be keeping the soul in that wallet. But on my main wallets, I never really keep anything more than like 5 soul. I never do because that's just how I trade. Like I never really like putting more than like 1 soul. You know, 1, 2 soul max 3 soul into like a regular trade. I just keep the rest of my profits. I stable it. Me, you don't have to follow me, but I'd stable 60% instantly. So if I make like, no, obviously not instantly, but like at the end of the day, or if I make a good trade, like if I make a good trade, I make like 10 soul. I'm stabling six. Stabling means you turn it into USDC. So I'll turn my soul into USDC, and I'll send it to a different wallet. So I stable 60. So if I make 10 soul, I stable six. I split it down the middle. So out of the 60%, 30% is gonna like stay as stables in my wallet to just have to whether to like scoot back into Solana if Solana dips. No, 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 no. What am I saying? No, 30% of USDC is just in my wallet because why? I have like a crypto debit card. So like if I need to like pay for something, whatever, I can just send crypto to the debit card and use it. So that's what it's for. And then the other 30% is for transferring to fiat. So aka turning it into cash and sending it to my bank. That's literally it. And then the other 40% is just in just there in my wallet. And I send it to a different wallet. That's how I do it. Like I stable 60%, bro. I never keep all my profits on my main trading wallet. Why? Because you're gonna want to use it. Like if you have 100 soul in your main trading wallet, how disciplined are you to not use that? Like if you say, okay, I'm not gonna use more than 10 soul on my trading wallet, and you have 100 in your wallet, like how disciplined are you to not overstep your like allowance? You know what I mean? If you keep your profits, like you're gonna trim into your profits, and you're gonna eat it out. Like that's the whole point of trading is to make profits and then turn it into cash so you can like spend, bro. You know, like I said, stable. At least I'm like me. If I find myself like being stupid, I'm literally stabling 60%, 60%, literally immediately. As soon as I make a play, stable. And send to the I literally like I said I have like 15. I have a wallet called Stables. So it's a wallet with my stables in it. I have a wallet like for like my bank, which is a wallet where I'll like send like crypto to my bank. Occasionally I have like guys, I have so many different wallets. And that's what you need. Like don't keep it all in one wallet. Like diversify, bro. Like even if it's 100 soul, split it 20 soul, 5 wallets. It sounds stupid, but just do it. You have 1,000 souls, split it. 100 soul, 10 wallets. Just split. Because draining is real. I have friends who've gotten drained, right? Imagine your main trading wallet gets drained, which is very hard, but it's not impossible. Imagine it gets drained, but all your profits from your this entire bull run, you left it in your trading wallet like a freaking idiot. Everything you worked for, gone. Because you clicked on a link on Deck Screener. It's happened before. I've seen people put a drainer link on Deck Screener to coins. So when people are on Deck Screener clicking on coins, they click on the website. It brings them to Telegram, asks them to log in, and then
Yeah, that's
guess what? They
crazy.
check back their wallet. Freaking an hour later, zero. Guys, that would hurt. Like that would hurt genuinely. You don't want to be that guy. Like I said, send your stables to a different wallet or a cold wallet or like a ledger. You can invest in like a ledger or Tangent. I'm gonna order a Tangent. My Tangent is like it's kind of like a wallet. It's a wallet, but it's like a card, right? You can get a card or a ring. It's literally search Tangent, and how it works. The card itself has a wallet, and you need the app on your phone to actually. So you have the Tangent. You tap it on your phone. It's kind of like a credit card. It has like a pin. So only if you know the pin number can you actually log into the wallet. But you have the ring, you have the card. You tap on your phone, you put in the pin. That's the like actual crypto wallet. Like the seed phrase is on the card. It's not online at all, so it's impossible to get drained. You can buy like three of them for like $50, and the only how you'll lose access is if you lose all three cards. So when you order Tangent, you order like three at a time. So all three of them are gonna be like clones of each other. So let's say the pin is like 1, 2, 3, 4. All three cards, the pin is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can keep one card in your wallet, maybe one card in like your safe at home, and then maybe one card in like your parents. like your childhood home or something. Like keep them all different places,
Oh my God, of
and you
course.
can literally have it right there with you. You know what I'm saying? And if you need to actually tap into your money, you just tap on your phone, put in the pin. There's the app. You can you know send whatever. Like that's Tangent. Literally search Tangent, and you that's kind of how it works. So I'm gonna order my own Tangent soon. I just never got around to doing so. Um, yeah, Ledger is also kind of similar. It's just like a physical um, thing where you can keep your money, keep your crypto wallets, withdraw prop. Yeah, there's a lot of crypto guys who say, "Oh, well, you know, f the banks, fiat currency is not good, taxes, this, that, like, oh." You want to stay off the grid when you have crypto. You're not controllable, and like all the tape fanboys. But like, I don't know about you, guys, the whole point of me getting into crypto and like starting trading was like, dude, just make as much money as possible and cash out. Use the money. Like I'm not trying to sit on freaking 100 Bitcoin. Like yeah, that's cool. Obviously, like when I'm up like freaking 10 mil, and when the bear market comes around again, when Bitcoin is like 50K, then yeah, I'll buy Bitcoin again. But like, yeah, I'll buy like 10 Bitcoin or something. But guys, when you're young, log into the wallet. But you have the ring, you have the card, you tap on your phone, you put in the pin. That's the like actual crypto wallet. Like the seed phrase is on the card. It's not online at all, so it's impossible to get drained. You can buy like three of them for like $50, and the only how you'll lose access is if you lose all three cards. So when you order Tangent, you order like three at a time. So all three of them are going to be like clones of each other. So let's say the pin is like 1, 2, 3, 4. All three cards, the pin is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can keep one card in your wallet, maybe one card in like your safe at home, and then maybe one card in like your parents, like your childhood home or something. Like keep them all different places, and you can literally have it right there with you. You know what I'm saying? And if you need to actually tap into your money, you just tap on your phone, put in the pin. There's the app. You can you know send whatever. Like that's Tangent. Literally search Tangent, and you that's kind of how it works. So I'm gonna order my own Tangent soon. I just never got around to doing so. Um, yeah, Ledger is also kind of similar. It's just like a physical um, thing where you can keep your money, keep your crypto wallets, withdraw prop. Yeah, there's a lot of crypto guys who say, "Oh, well, you know, f the banks, fiat currency is not good, taxes, this, that, like, oh." You want to stay off the grid when you have crypto. You're not controllable, and like all the tape fanboys. But like, I don't know about you, guys, the whole point of me getting into crypto and like starting trading was like, dude, just make as much money as possible and cash out. Use the money. Like I'm not trying to sit on freaking 100 Bitcoin. Like yeah, that's cool. Obviously, like when I'm up like freaking 10 mil, and when the bear market comes around again, when Bitcoin is like 50K, then yeah, I'll buy Bitcoin again. But like, yeah, I'll buy like 10 Bitcoin or something. But guys, when you're young, and you're only going to be young for so long, you like have the ability to click buttons and make thousands of dollars like every single day freaking from your laptop. Guys, I'm going to be cashing out. So how you cash out crypto, Solana, is you need to use pretty much the same way that you actually bought the crypto. So me, since I'm in the UK right now, um, I've been using MoonPay. MoonPay, like the moon in the sky and pay. It's really good. You can buy Solana with like Apple Pay. Like you buy Solana and you get it in like 3 minutes. And you can sell it. You can sell it really quickly too. So you like sell your Solana or your USDC, and then you can just like it just goes straight to your bank account. For me, my UK bank account, which I was using Lloyd's, it literally from MoonPay to Lloyd's, took like 10 minutes. So like from me actually sending the crypto to MoonPay, and then them selling it and turning it into Great British pounds, and it actually landing in my bank account, it's like 5 minutes, 10 minutes max. So obviously you don't want to freaking randomly send $100,000 to your bank account. Like you have to clip it out slowly. So I clip like 1,000 every couple of days. I heard Kraken is good. Kraken's better. Like you can send like a lot more Kraken, but like you don't really need more than a couple thousand every couple of days to like you don't really need any more. You can get away with that. So what else? Yeah, never stop clicking. So I know there's a lot of you here watching this who you're not at the place yet where you're making profits, where you need to worry about these things, like where you need to worry about like not round tripping, you need to worry about a cold wallet or how do I sell this crypto and turn it into cash because like you're not even making money yet. Yeah, just don't stop clicking, bro. For real. Just learn order blocks, learn from someone, like just learn, keep practicing, keep buying small amounts, zero point 0.1 soul, 0.05 soul, very small amounts into these coins so you learn what runs, you get the idea of like what does well, and then learn what works for you, how you get entries, you know. For me, it's order blocks, or it might not be order blocks for you. It could be something else. Maybe you're like way better at like ultra low cap, so maybe you'll be way better at like pump fund and seeing what will bond, so like getting in at like 10, 15K. Maybe you'll be way better at that. Figure out what works for you, bro. And then just stack your portfolio slowly, for sure. But yeah, like I'm saying, if you want to try Axiom, my link is down below. Definitely join my Telegram. Join it, bro. It's free money. Like I'm free money. Shoot me a follow on Twitter. Like guys, there's not really much I can talk about when it comes to meme coins. I'll just be repeating myself over and over and over. The only thing left I'm thinking of doing is, you know, actually recording this series of me trading and taking zero point 0.5 soul to 100. I think it was one soul to 100. Right? You know, recording my trades and talking over them and saying why I took the trade, what did I like about the coin, what caught my interest, doing that. I think that's the only thing left. You know, you know how to start meme coins, you know order blocks, you know how to spot bundles, you know how to wallet track. You have everything. You have everything you need, bro. Just join the telly, start cooking, ask questions, I respond, and get to work.
We're watching game. Taekwondo. Taekwondo. Is it black guy game? Dude, I don't want to hear this, man.
She's on the phone. She's gonna reject me. No, that's bull. Say you look very cute today.
Thank you so much.
I love you. I love your smile too.
Thank you. Kyle, nice meeting you.
Take care. We'll talk. We'll talk. Okay. Bye bye. Damn, I can't say anything to them. That's the whole family.
I don't like critiquing this kind of casual game because have you known how many times have you picked up a girl being sweet? You get the number, you did everything correct, and then she never texts you again. So to me, it's like if I don't see them jump on someone's lap and display puppy like behavior, I don't really know what happened there. I don't know if he said to her, "Hey, I got a job opportunity for you. Can I get your number?" And edits that part out. You know, it's just like, what am I watching?
Wait, that would be.
I think it's way better to give me streamers who sit next to each other on live stream. Then you can break down game. Because I hate these foozy YouTubers, the edited guys. We don't know what we're watching. Or sometimes it's just a cloud pickup, which is kind of boring. Yeah, but if he's got 300,000 followers, he must be doing something right. Oh, date advice? Okay.
So he said, ask her to rate you.
Cheyenne, I just spoke to her. What the fuck? What are the chances of that? She loves me. She doesn't think I'm toxic. We gotta get on our show, man.
I think that one's interesting. What age did you lose your virginity?
Oh my god, so this is the story. So I was having this big game yet.
Said,
Why is it lagging?
I wanna listen to this shit.
You can tune into any reality if you're in the present, but the human can never think of the present. The human cannot quantum leap. He can only live in the past and the future, where all of his failures are. There's no successful human in the future or the past.
This has to be my favorite Zerka rant of all time. It's me, Zerka Daily, and I have been unjustly demonetized by YouTube officials, and I demand instant monetization. This is message for all the YouTube officials. This is not reused content, guys. It's actually very transformative. I'm like Optimus Prime in this bitch. Now let's get back to the video.
Why do some people smoke and live to 100, Zerka? It's, come on, dude. We all know the answer. We're afraid of the answer. It's because all is the mind, okay? Bro, there's humans who break their legs and do the marathon still. There's mothers who lift cars to save their toddlers, okay? All is mind. Like, get with the program, bro. There is no other shame. Shame can only come from self. Winning can only come from self. Losing can only come from self. Tragedy can only be dwelt in the self. Eventually, you move on from tragedies, right? So this whole idea that there's an external and an internal, it's all wrong. Okay? There's only the self. There's only the internal, and you could call it selfish. You could say whatever you want, but this is the only thing you've ever battled with. Okay? If something external has made you a certain way, that's wrong. That's just wrong. You didn't deal with it correct. That's why you became that way. Okay? Two people, Chuck and Bob, go through the same trauma but have different results. Because one sense of I is different than the other. One sense of self dealt with it better. And once you realize it's all on you, but the Spirit of God dwells within you, then you have the Spirit to fix any problem that the external has given you. When really, the external is just reflecting an internal problem. The external cannot give you a problem. It can only reflect problems that are already within you. So if you see someone who's fat and it triggers you, it's probably you got some weight loss to do. That's why it's triggering you. It's your internal anger. You shouldn't linger in it.
Like the scale read 1 pound over, like I would take those pills that make you shit.
And these guys, this is too much, bro. These guys who are talking to me about, does positivity really work? I mean, Zerka for the last few months makes more than all of his friends and never has to do a job. I'm sure it's working for just Zerka and no one else. Bro, just use your mind correctly. Let's try it one time, because they don't teach you this in school. I am not a bitch. 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 What are you thinking of? You're thinking of me being a bitch. Now you try it. You say, I am not a bitch. I am not a bitch. What do you think about you being a bitch? So your brain only builds on positive. I am the man. See? You can only build through positive. You cannot actually negate negative. You can only build positive. You can only be pro life. You can't negate anything, right? You can't negate the nature that we're dealt. So you can only go up the ladder or down the ladder. And usually going freezing, what people say, freezing is when people say I'm stuck, they're lying to me. They're not saying, John, I'm not going up the ladder and I'm not going down it. If you're stuck, it means you're going up and then down and then up and then down. That's what you're doing. You're doing two things healthy for yourself and two things bad. Two things healthy, two things bad. And you feel stuck in life. Have you ever tried going healthy all the way? Why don't you go all the way? It takes 28 days for you to be second nature at anything you do. So after a month, you're free. Have you ever tried to do something correct for at least 1 month of your life? No, you haven't. Because you go up and down, and that's what these fat asses do. They go up and down. Today I'm dieting, today I'm not. That's all they do, and they get stuck. See it through the end. Let the seed blossom, bro. What is the sun, moon, and the stars? All these sparks that are broken out like this. What are they? The sun is your conscious, the moon is your unconscious, and when they work together through the alchemical marriage, they birth a star, your new guiding star, your new idea. Because a fantasy is always driving man. So, what is your fantasy you're playing out? Is it the fantasy that you're stuck? Is it the fantasy that you're winning? And if it's the fantasy that you're winning, why are you afraid to bathe in that fantasy for longer than 2 days? Why don't you bathe in it for 30 days and see something through to the end for once in your life just to see if it works? But you're so afraid. You're so afraid of that working because that means you can never go back to your old life. And people love being losers. They love being, I love just watching Inception and eating some Fritos, and you love L's. Humans love L's. God can give you heaven and heaven mixed with hell, and you will always choose heaven mixed with hell because you are. That's why God said, here's the tree of life. We loved it and we went away from it. Here's the tree of 50-50. Oh yeah, I don't deserve the tree of life, so I go to 50-50, and you still have a second chance, but you're still eating from the wrong fruit of the 50-50, or you got two fucking chances. One was infinite. And when you really think about it, you go, there's nothing that I've ever seen to the end that ever failed. You've never seen something through to the end that you failed at. Because even if you didn't get the outcome you want, you became who you want to be. That's what you're trying to do, is change your sense of self. When you change your sense of self, depression doesn't exist. Because depression is for your old self. This is your new self. And when you think of it, you go, wait, so that's what the Hermetic philosophers were talking about with the alchemical codes? And yes, that's exactly what they're talking about. That you can't paint a Da Vinci Mona Lisa until you change your sense of self. But can we all do that? Yes, the Spirit dwells in all. It's not just a literal fact, the scripture, it's also allegorical. It's hidden, there's some esoteric behind it, because you're supposed to figure it out yourself. You're supposed to play
Alright,
the
I'm gonna
role
take a
of
break.
Jesus. What are you talking about, John? It literally says you have to pick up your own cross. That's your life, your body, your.
You have to pick up your own cross. Oh, there's people watching this. What's up, everybody? Whoever's watching. I'm gonna take a break though for like 10 minutes. So I'll be right back.